Hello everyone, I hope that you're all doing well. This is me Sayyid Shujatullah. Welcome to T1 Academy. Today we'll be seeing the 15th February 2022 current affairs. So I'm covering the most important, the front page of the Hindu newspaper in today's lecture. Okay, the first, that in the front page, which is catching the eye of everyone is this picture. What is this all about? Okay, so you can see that Russia says some troops they are pulling back from the areas near Ukraine. Means you can understand that Russia and Ukraine, these two countries are there, they are having a problem with each other. Okay, and we know that Russia is powerful. Russia has sent its army to Ukraine. Okay, and they are near the borders of Ukraine. Okay, so Russian President Vladimir Putin has sent its military at the border of the Ukraine. Okay, if you do something, then we are going to invade you. That was the speculation, and it was you can say that that is also could be the intention of Russia, that why they have deployed their military near the borders. Now the question here is, what is that Ukraine what is that Ukraine is going to do which is not liked by Russia? This is the first question, right? You have to, if you want to know this, you have to know a little bit story. You know that Russia and US always at a tug of war. Both are superpowers. Okay, since the World War I, World War II, both are, and after these wars was over, both are having what Cold War between them. Cold War is nothing but the war that generally don't happen with the help of what missiles and bombs like that. Cold War is generally is one where one country influences many country, either through economy or through giving defense security, etc., so and so forth. So country controlling many countries and trying to make sure that we are supreme in our own sphere. So Russia is yielding that power in Asia, and US is yielding its power in what Europe and also in North American countries. Okay, so we are having two great powers are there with each other. Now US is having a military bloc. US is having a military bloc. You can see NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. US is having a military bloc. Okay, along with America, you are having if this is you consider as America, like North America, and you are having this is Europe. Okay, this part is Europe. Okay. The half of the Europe, these countries like you are having here Spain, Italy, Portugal, Germany, France, UK. This part is called as Western European countries, and right side Belarus, Romania, Armenia. This part is called as Eastern European countries. Eastern European countries. So USA, this America. And you know that between USA and between North America and the Europe, you are having one ocean is there, that is called as Atlantic Ocean. Right or wrong? Yes. So USA along with because Atlantic Ocean is this much, so this area is called as North Atlantic. This area is called as South Atlantic. Okay. So that's why this organization is named as North Atlantic. Why? Because here USA along with Western European countries. Okay, all that Germany, France, etc., all that Western European countries, USA plus Western European countries, they all together collectively has formed a military bloc called as NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay, this military bloc is for what purpose? Suppose India want to wage a war with Germany. Then what will happen? This all NATO, whatever the members are there, no, they will send all of their troops to Germany, and they will defend Germany. They will defend Germany, and all of them will launch strikes against India also. Strikes against India also. Understand my point here, means they collectively secure, they collectively work to secure their defense. They collectively work, to launch any strike also. Launch any strike also. Suppose if they want to do something in China, USA want to do something in China, then all NATO members, if they all agree, then Germany military, France military, Italy military, London military, UK military, all of these military will go together and they will launch attack on China. So they collectively make sure that they defend all the countries of the NATO, and they collectively make sure that they are also going to attack also. Okay, they do everything by consensus. This is all fine. Russia has no problem with this. Okay, it's your military bloc, my dear USA, it's your military bloc. We are not interested in it. Do whatever you want to do. But the thing is, the Ukraine country is there. No, the Ukraine country is having border with Russia. Okay, here you are having what? So Russia is having no problem with this particular bloc. Russia said, okay, my dear America, you are having NATO, do whatever you want to do. We are not interested. Make any military blocks, whatever you want to do. But here the important problem with Russia is, that Russia has got is, Ukraine is sharing border with Russia. This is Ukraine, this is Russia. Ukraine is sharing border with Russia and Ukraine want to be a member of NATO. Ukraine President Volodymyr, okay, the president name is like that only, Volodymyr Zelensky. He said that I want to join NATO. Then Russia said, no, Ukraine, you cannot join NATO because NATO is led by USA and I am not in good terms with what? NATO. I am not in good terms with NATO. So I don't want any superpower which is having military bases near my border. If suppose Ukraine joins in NATO, then NATO, Germany, USA forces could also roam happily in Ukraine. Could also have their military bases in Ukraine because this is what is NATO is all about. Okay, they can move anytime. Then Russia said that no, it threatens my security. If you be a part of NATO, then they will be happily moving there. They will doing lot of exercises in your country. They will be putting military bases in your country, and directly they can destabilize my total security, etc. I am very threatened about it. I don't want you to join NATO. Like that Russia told to Vladimir Putin has told to Volodymyr. Both are VV only. Vladimir Putin has told to Volodymyr. Then what happened is this Ukraine president did not listen. He's not listening. He is having more talks with NATO. He is meeting with the more members of the NATO. Then what can Russia do? Russia has sent, see, its military troops like this. Okay, you are not listening to me, no? Let us, I will show what I am. Then Russia has sent their military to the borders of, this is Ukraine. See, this is all Russia. This is all Russia. This is Ukraine. Okay. Already in the Ukraine, remember one point, this part is called as Crimea. Okay. Crimea, this area is pro-Russian area. They are more happy with Russia than with being with Ukraine. Okay. So here what happened? Russia invaded Crimea and took Crimea in the year 2014. Crimea annexed by Russia in 2014, saying that the people of Crimea want to be a part of what Russia. Already some part of Ukraine is already taken. Now the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr, he want to join NATO, that the Russia send all its troops. If you join, I will show you. Like that. Now they did not join, and here the military was there. Okay, now as because they are not joining, Putin has said, okay, I am rolling back my military bases. This is what there in the news. Okay, some basic things for the examination we'll see. Okay, the most important players in the North American Treaty Organization are the member countries themselves. They are currently 30 members are there. NATO membership is open to any other European state only. European state. Eastern Europe or Western Europe, it is open to everyone. Open door policy. Open door policy, it means what? Later on, Lithuania can be a part of NATO, Latvia can be a part of NATO, Belarus can be a part of NATO, Ukraine anyhow is interested. So, any European country could be a part of what? NATO. And you know that even if Belarus want, he will not allow. Latvia want, he will not allow. You can understand that Russia does not want all of his border. Russia does not want any US presence. Remember this point. Okay. As because it is NATO is an open door policy, any member can join. Ukraine said that I want to join. Russia said I will not allow. Fine. NATO is a military alliance, as I have told you, established in the year 1949 by United States, Canada, France, United Kingdom. United States, Canada, France and United Kingdom and 8 other countries at that time. Okay. Fine. Most recently, North Macedonia, the country which has recently joined NATO is North Macedonia, they have joined us. Now 30 nations are part of what organization? Very, very important, North Macedonia. Then in the same way, as NATO is having, as America is having its own military bloc, Russia is also having its own military bloc called as CSTO. called as CSTO. So Collective Security Treaty Organization. It was also formed by Russia in the year 1992. That was NATO in the year 1949 when our constitution was actually adopted. Okay, came into force on Republic Day, but adoption day year in 1949. So NATO came in the year 1949, CSTO came in the year 1928, 1992. Russia is leading. The members are only 6: Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are only 6 members are there, and you can see that these are all not at all powerful. NATO is very big powerful organization. Okay, military bloc. Germany is there, France is there, UK is there, Spain is there. You have all the powerful countries of World War I and World War II is there with what NATO. And Russia is having, it is the only powerful one here. All other are not at all interested. They are not having, nothing is there. Russia will only give them all the weapons, I guess. Okay, fine. Let us go ahead now. Some basics also I have given. NATO membership, NATO year, CSTO membership, CSTO year, and what is the problem between Russia and Ukraine, and what is the Cold War related aspects. All I have told you. Now, big leap. India's mercantile exports. This is also there in the front page of the newspaper. India's mercantile export. Mercantile export is nothing but camera export, this digital boat export, chair export, okay, two-wheeler export, four-wheeler export, anything you see, anything that exists materially, that is called as what? Mercantile export. So we are talking about mercantile only, not services. If I am paying some money on Tinder app or on any of the dating apps, if I am paying which is not originating here, then it is called as service, or Adobe Photoshop service, right or wrong, or I am doing any like I am paying to GRE TOEFL, okay, that is called as service. I am taking some data mining related, data artificial intelligence related, I am doing a course from London University, then I am paying them. Service exports. Okay, I am not talking about here service. Mercantile means the things you see, what is how much is coming, how much is going. Okay, imports and exports of what? Only goods is called as mercantile. India's mercantile export increased, so we are doing more exports by 25.3%, my dear students, and it has how much in value? 34.5 billion value. Okay, whereas mercantile imports are estimated to be 51.9 billion, okay, with the growth rate of 23.5%. Growth rate of 23.5%. So you can say that, sir, here more percentage is there but less value, here less percentage is there, more value. Obviously when India exports, we don't export laptop, we don't export semiconductors, no, we export what? Okay, rice, wheat, etc. We export low value products. But in percentage we have grown. But we import high value products, micro ovens, projectors, portable projector, mobile phones, iPhones. So we actually import what? High value products, but our percentages will be less, but value could be more. Okay, so you can see that January 2020, okay, January 2020, our exports were 25% has grown and imports 41. So here we are having deficit, means we are doing less exports and more import. If I am paying you 200 rupees, and you are paying me 100 rupees, it means what? I am at deficit or not? Yes. If I am paying you 200 rupees and you are paying me 100 rupees, so I am at deficit. So 2020 we are deficit, and January 2021, so our exports were 27% and imports were 42%, again a deficit. January 2022, this year now only, okay, 34% we are exporting, 51.93%. Okay. You can see that this is not in percentages, so you can consider all of them in billion dollars. So basically you can see that our trade deficit, this yellow line is what? Trade deficit little bit more increased. Okay, trade deficit was 15%, then 14%, then became what? 17%. So trade deficit has increased. If you get a statement in the UPSC examination that, okay, the trade deficits from 2020 to 2020 has steadily increased, means wrong. Not steadily increased, it has first 15%, then decreased, then increased. Like that you have to understand. What is that trade deficit as of now? 17.42% is the trade deficit. Okay, what is the value of imports? $51 billion. What is the value of export? 34%. So please remember this. Then mob lynching. As you all know that mob lynching is nothing but a group of men, okay, group of men coming together and trying to kill a person, what, okay, either by beating, either by hanging, either by setting them on fire. You are very much aware of this mob lynching in UP, Bihar, in very backward states only you will generally see, and these backward states are generally called as Bimaru states only, where the literacy levels are very, very less also, and there that much of development is not there. But forget about these things. But as you know that, you know, mob lynching, okay, group of men coming together and trying to kill a person either by hanging, either by setting fire, either by beating to death. Okay, so you might have seen that Muslim carrying like meat, okay, on the suspicion of that it is a beef. Okay, lot of incidents of that happened. Okay, Muslims were killed, okay, by the mob. And my dear student, this is not the only scenario that Muslims are being killed. Dalits are also being killed, and many people are being killed by the group of people, okay, on various reasons. I will give you just try to see this. Locals in Muzaffarpur, okay, thrashed two women on suspicion of child abduction, child kidnapping. One woman was thrashed to killed, okay, by the locals, group of people. In Samastipur, mentally disabled woman was beaten on a similar suspicion, mob. Okay, 32-year-old Sanju Pradhan was stoned to death, means they thrown stone on him and was set on fire for supposedly felling religious associated trees. Supposedly means on the suspicion that he is felling the religious trees. Okay, on that suspicion he was stoned to death and was set on fire. Okay, so you can understand that these kind of incidents have been continuously happening in our country on so and so suspicions. Not only one community, for various other reasons also, the people are being killed. Okay, the police has said that nearly 278 people have been arrested in 39 incidents of lynching. This is what is happening in Bihar, and this was the news actually. So, in the name of religion, like beef carrying also, a lot of Muslims was killed by the group of people. Okay, reasons I am giving you. Child abduction is there. Okay, religious trees felling is there. Beef carrying suspicions are there. Okay, and you can say that there is also one of the news where the reason is very, very, again a different reason. Okay, marrying to other religion, the caste people are themselves killing. Okay, and khap panchayats are giving death penalty to their own tribal people also. So many things we are seeing. Mobs are much involved in killing. Okay, to tackle it, to stop it, 4 states, this was there in the Hindu newspaper in the front page, 4 states have to stall this mob lynching. Okay, 4 states have anti-lynching bills has been passed by 4 states: Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Manipur and West Bengal. Okay, so you can see here in all of these 4 states, one thing is very common. If anybody is involved in the mob lynching, he will be given maximum penalty of what? Life imprisonment. Okay, life imprisonment. Again, maximum penalty of what? Life imprisonment. Okay, all of this, maximum penalty will be given. Obviously, fine will be there, 1 to 5 lakhs also. Some are mentioned, some are not mentioned. And those who have been lynched, they will be given what? They will be given compensation also. Compensation, that family will be given some money. Okay. Then in the West Bengal lynching compensation scheme may be framed under it. West Bengal lynching compensation will be given. Okay, so you can this is good, very good initiative. Now the people will be very much they will be scared to participate in this kind of mob lynching, because once the police people get the hold of that particular persons who are there at the spot, or his pictures and CCTV visuals if we have got, then he will be booked and he will never do such activities. Okay. Thanks a lot. This is all about today's very important current affairs of the Hindu newspaper. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Take care.